Hello and welcome to SudoKanard. We're here to solve this Knightmare Sudoku that I created for the recent WPF Sudoku Grand Prix. And it was the first time that this variation appeared on the Sudoku Grand Prix, and it's also the first time I'm featuring this on the channel, but I did not invent the variant. It was invented by, I think, Riff Clown or perhaps a few people from the group of creators Skunkworks, and they made a whole puzzle pack around this variant. And it's a little mind bending at the beginning because you tend to mix it with just anti-night. But then once you get the hang of it, it's really not such a struggle. And you might have noticed that I've made a previous video on this puzzle, but the sound was missing because I had accidentally muted my computer, which is not the best when you want to do a video with commentary. So the special rule here is that whenever two cells are separated by a knight's move, the sum of the digits must be different from both 5 and 15. So that's it. So you can't have 1 and 4, 2 and 3, 6 and 9, 7 and 8 separated by a knight's move, but you can have identical digits. For example, this could be a 9 separated by this 9 by a knight's move. That's totally compatible with the rules. So when I created it, you can imagine that I just started by putting those digits, and then I just wondered what I could do with that. I think I added those 1s and 4s, and then, if I remember correctly, this 7 and this 6 were not necessary for the puzzle to have a unique solution, but the main difficulty was to have a solution at least. That was really not that easy. So that's enough for the talking. Let's begin with the 1s and the 4s. So we already have a lot of 1s. Where can other 1s go? So you can't have a 1 in those positions. And because of this 4, you can't have a 1 in those positions. So you get the 1 here right from the get-go. With those 1s and this 4, this is also a 1, and you get this one by the usual rules of Sudoku, and this one, and this one. So that's a good beginning. This 4 now on this column must be somewhere in here, but this one just prevents those from being 4s, so that is a 4. In this region, 4 is nowhere here, and this one prevents this from being a 4, so that's a 4. You get this 4 by Sudoku, and the 4 somewhere here, and I'm already ruling this out because of this one, because now I'm somewhat used to that weird rule. And note that with those 4s, we must have a 4 somewhere here, but this one forbids those two positions. So that's a 4. With those digits, we get a 4 somewhere here. I don't think any one of them can be ruled out at this point. This one forbids this from being a 4, so we still have 3 positions for 4 here, and I think that's it for those digits. Now I'm seeing that 6 is quite constrained, and this 9 prevents this from being a 6, and actually Sudoku prevented this from being a 6. So there's a 6 somewhere in here. I'm also seeing that 7 is nowhere here, and because of this 8, 7 is not here, so that this is a 4-7 pair. 2 is not here, and this 3 prevents both of them from being a 2, so that is a 2. And here we have a 5-8-9 triple. This is not 5. This is not 9 because of the 6. And I think this is it at this point. But now this column needs 2, 3, and 6. This is not 6 because of the 9. This is not 3 because of the 2. So that's a 2. This is from 3 and 6. And the same can be said for this. This 6 is nowhere here. And this 9 prevents this from being a 6. So that is a 6. This column still needs 7, 9, and 3. So this is from 3 and 9. 3, 7, 9. And this 6 tells us that this can't be a 9. So this is from 3 and 7. And I think that's it for this part. 2 is not here. So this is from 3, 9, and 5. All right, so perhaps let's get back to this region. This column still needs 2, 5, 7, 8. This is not 2, this is not 8, so this is from 5 and 7. 2, 5, 7, 8. This 8 tells us that this can't be a 7. This 7 tells us that this can't be 8, and this can't be 2, so that's a 5. This is 7. Here we have 2 and 8, but there's already an 8 on this row, so that's 2, that's 8. Here we need 3, 6, and 8. So 8 can only be here, and this is a 3, 6 pair. So can any one of them be ruled out? I don't see that it can. Here I still need 2 and 5. There's a 5 here. So that's a 2, that's a 5. And this 5 now on this row must be here. Those are from 2, 3, and 9, but because of this 6, this is not a 9. And because of this 2, this is not a 3. The column needs a 7, that's a 7, and now 7 is not here. 7 is not here because of the 8, so that's a 7. This here is a 3, 8, 9 triple, so let's ponder that. That's not 8. Because of this 2, that's not a 3. Because of this 7, that's not 8, so this is 8. And with that, I'm not seeing anything. 6. Oh, 6 must be up there. And those are from 2, 3, and 9. This can't be a 2. This can't be a 9 because of the 6. So that's a 3, I think. This is correct. Yes, this is from 2 and 9 now. Both options seem to be possible at this point. This is from 4 and 9. This is from 2, 4, 9. This row still needs 5, 6, and 9. 5, 6 tells us that this is not 9, this is 6. This can't be a 9 because of this 6, so that is a 5, and 9 goes there. So this is not 9. The 9 in the column must be here. That's 2, that's 3. This 2 prevents this from being a 3. And this 9 now goes here. This is not 9, and we, oops, and we get a 9 in this position. Here we need 6, 7, 8. This is not 6. This 8 prevents this from being a 7. 6, 7. I don't see anything with those. Down there, we still need a 2 and a 5, but there's a 5 on this row. This is now 9. That's 4. That's 2. Here I need a 3 and an 8, so this is quite straightforward. We get the 6, the 9, and the 3, and the 6 and the 3. And obviously, when I was setting the puzzle, I had to check with every deduction that I hadn't broken the puzzle, which can be quite stressful, I must say. Here I need a 3 and a 7, but this 8 tells us that this can't be a 7. And I get those digits. Now here I need 4 and 6. Right, here I need 2 and 5, so that's 2, that's 5. That's 8, that's 5. And here, finally, I need 8 and 9, so that's 8, that's 9. And this 9 now tells us that this can't be a 6, and it disambiguates the last few digits. And finally, this completes the solve of this puzzle of mine called Knightmare Sudoku. That was new in Sudoku Grand Prix, and I'm not sure there will be many of them because it's quite difficult to create. And I don't think that the logic is as wide as what you have with anti-knight, but I can be proved wrong, definitely, and it can be very interesting in combination with other variants, which is not what you typically encounter in Sudoku Grand Prix, but in other contests or in other just contexts. It can make for very interesting puzzles. Thanks for watching this video. See you soon on SudoKanard.